What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is a long time waiting. We got a really special interview here with Dylan Cohen. He's also a fellow Newton resident, past Newton resident, born and raised. Now he's coming to us from Miami. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Appreciate
okay.
you having me, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy and stuff. Um, so yeah, sorry, I just the camera was a little bit off, but um just pretty much to give people a little background on what you do and like where you come from. Like what age did you start doing music?
I started playing music young, like ever since I was like a kid, I've always loved music. Like my parents always told me when I was like 1 or 2 years old, I would be in front of the TV, like strumming along on like a ukulele to like Bob Marley videos and stuff like that, like older music.
So you was ukulele like the first instrument you ever kind of
Yeah, I had one. I called it my uke, and I would just take that everywhere with me. Like I brought it everywhere.
okay. Was guitar like the next one after that, or how did that kind of?
No, it went ukulele. And then when I was like 7, I think I took piano lessons for like a year. I
Okay.
didn't like that, so I tried playing the drums. And then when I was like 11 or 12, I picked up the guitar. Like I started messing around with it when I was like 10 or 11, but I really took it seriously when I was like 11 or 12.
Geez, okay, still really young, but like
Mhm.
when you were playing the piano, you said you didn't like it. Like, how did you know to keep going with the music? Like a lot of kids
I
probably
mean,
wouldn't.
I liked music still, like just piano at the time. Like now I enjoy playing piano, but piano just it just wasn't at the time. Like when you're younger, I feel like you lose interest in stuff quickly if you're not super into it, you know?
Yeah. No, that's really yeah, because I feel like a lot of kids would have probably just quit, like gave up, if you
Yeah,
just
most
kept
definitely.
going with like new instruments.
Hmm.
But like you grew up in Newton, as did I. Like, did that have any kind of effect on that? Because it's not really the most music city, like compared to like
Definitely
New York.
not.
Did that bring any challenges?
No, not really. It
Okay.
didn't really have much to do with it, I feel like.
Okay. So you still you like I remember you would be going to New York like for the weekend. Like,
Mhm.
how did you manage that with like school and high school and stuff?
Yeah, so I started producing like a year and a half ago and doing the guitar covers. Just basically, I started like what you guys have seen, like I've been doing for the past year and a half. So, I mean, it was kind of crazy. So I started like beginning of my junior year. Um, that's when I started like moving around a lot. So I would go to New York like almost every weekend my junior year. Like I put like 50, 60,000 miles on my car in 1 year, just going back and forth.
Jeez.
And then yeah, it was crazy. I was just going there, and then I took a trip to Miami with a couple of friends that are also in the music field. That was like last winter, probably like December. I want to say Christmas time, maybe January. And we just locked in with a few studios out here, and met some artists, met some rappers out here, and I loved the vibe out here and like the music scene and everything. So I knew Miami was a spot I definitely want to like continue working in, and now we here.
Jeez. Yeah, no, it's been crazy to see it for just see you going from like talking about it to being there and just doing everything you said you were gonna do. Speaking of like friends and people who are in in the industry as well, like was there anyone that kind of taught you or a mentor or anyone who kind of like inspired you to keep going?
Yeah, I mean, with this music, with the production and like especially with the hip hop lane that I've been taking with it, like that was really influenced by my friend Ryder, my one of my best friends, who's also I don't know, he's not from Newton, but I met him in Newton. We went to the same high school, and he basically just started telling me to send him like guitar recordings. I think he was paying me like $5 or $10 per little like melody I would send him at first, just to make me like get into it because I really didn't know what it was even going to be used for at the time. And then basically I started sending him those like weekly. We sold a few beats here and there for like $100 to $200 here and there, and then like probably like 2 3 weeks in, like we had one client buy my first beat for almost $2,000, and that was crazy. And then we got a few major placements as well around that time. One with the game, and then one with Calboy, who's from a rapper from Chicago as well.
Dude, that's awesome. But
Sure.
yeah,
And then that basically Ryder's influence got me into it. And then once I saw what was possible, I was like, yeah, this is what we doing.
shout out Ryder. I mean,
Yeah, facts. Shout out
that's
Ryder.
that's huge. That's
And
huge.
to LA right now making moves too. So
Okay. He went
mhm.
the LA way.
Yeah, I'm about to do that too, but you know what I mean? Just gotta wait till it's time.
Yeah, true, true. Did you, because you were playing mainly like acoustic guitar. Is there anything that inspired that shift that was like any music, or not people wise, I guess, like any songs you saw or any rappers, like kind of people that you don't know personally?
Definitely like Roddy Ricch was one of the first rappers that got me into rap because I wasn't even listening to rap before all this really. Like, yeah, I listened to a little bit here and there, mainstream stuff, but I never like got into it and like learned about more behind it and everything until really till I started this. But Roddy Ricch was definitely one of the first rappers I got into.
Okay, okay, yeah, he's pretty good. And
Yeah.
right now, like a lot of people are going to college after high school. You chose not to go to college, pretty much, right for
Yeah,
now?
as of now, yeah. Hmm.
And have you, like, has anyone in the music industry really ever questioned your skills because of that, or no?
No, not at all. If anything, people have been more supportive when they learn when they learn I'm like fully dedicated to it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but it's just interesting to see how, regardless of, like, how people tell you, like, you should go to college, do this in the linear fashion, and you're just overtaking all these people that are doing it like the normal way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, it's
That
crazy though. It's like I don't know. Like I have mixed opinions about it, but I don't like school as a whole. So kind of glad I went this route. I just sometimes I get worried about it, like working out in the future, like years down the road and stuff. But basically, you just gotta take it one day at a time and take the opportunities that are given to you and network and meet new people.
that is very interesting you bring that up, because, like, how do you kind of stay in that mindset where, like, this is all going to be fine? Like, how do you keep pushing, kind of knowing that it's not a
Like it's
guarantee?
crazy because what I realize is like it's really weird how stuff happens because like a lot of sometimes it's like it's dead in the music scene for like a month or something. Like I won't get many placements with my beats. Like I won't get many songs with people. I won't get a lot of like just interaction or money that month, and I'll be kind of down. And then it seems like literally the next day or like within the week that I feel like get that feeling sinking in, some shit always happens. Like whether it's like a placement with somebody or somebody calls a label calls me, like whatever it is, it's like something always happens that's like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing that, you know? So it's like it's a nice reminder.
Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's wild. But I mean, you
yeah.
gotta, yeah, that's, you gotta do what you gotta do to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I just had to take a quick pause. I'm not going to take up too much of your time to talk about our sponsors that make this possible. So first up, and most importantly, shout out New TV in Newton, Massachusetts. They're the best. They got the merch, amazing. Check them out if you're in Newton, Massachusetts. All right, we're just gonna rapid fire. Ready Universe, ReadyUniverse.com. They got a bunch of sick shit. ReadyUniverse.com. Check it out. ReadyUniverse.com/OK Media. OAKAY Media. OK Media. Last one. No discounts for this one. They sent me a shit ton of shirts though. Sorry, no discount code. But PierreConstantine.com. This is by far the coolest one. They're a limited edition. They got this sick design on the front. Look at that. They have 21 total. They sent me a couple. I've got like 3, and they're dropping a couple every season. So this is for this spring. I mean, it looks sick. The one I've been wearing feels sick. It's not Gildan. It's not like the shitty brands. It's nice. It's soft. You can feel it. Beautiful. Yeah. So PierreConstantine.com. And those are all the sponsors for today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show, and I hope you guys subscribe and come back, or don't. Um, and like, was there any moment where you just kind of knew, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, versus like this is just a hobby?
Yeah, definitely when I got those first two like major placements, even when I sold that for like a couple $1,000s the first time, like yeah, that was dope at the time, but that never like that didn't make me like fully want to commit to it. But it's when I got those placements with the rappers that I recognized. Like I didn't even listen to Calboy. I knew one of his songs that like the Envy Me, the one that was popular at the time. This was a few years ago. And I was like, damn, like that's a song on the radio that I listen to every day. And I just got a song with that guy. Like that's what kind of made it sink in. Like that's what I want to do. because it was so early on in me doing it that I didn't expect that to come for like years down the road.
Yeah, because I mean that is pretty quick. Like those are some big name rappers there. Usually
Almost
people don't see
definitely.
that kind of success for a while. Um,
Mhm.
is there anything that kind of on the side of like, like the young successful stars like kind of going wild with like their money, like is there anything that kind of like you went a little wild on when you first got like a big check or anything?
Um, I was just traveling. Like the first year, like I made a lot of money the first year. Like a good amount for my age, at least nothing crazy, but a good amount. And I spent almost all of it the first year, but I think it was worth it in my opinion because it was all on like traveling. I went to Miami like 4 times my junior year of high school, all like paid for myself. Everything basically like most of this music stuff been paid for myself, or I find like a connection to help me with it for free or something. But
So just reinvesting.
yeah, reinvesting. Like I went to Orlando one time, I went to Miami like 5 times. I must have gone to New York over 20, 30 times in a year. So a lot of it was spent on that. But let me think of what else. There's definitely, I'm trying to think, there's definitely something. I mean, definitely like the chains that I bought, like that was kind of just like stupid.
Yeah, but I mean that is also kind of cool.
Yeah,
You got to treat yourself
definitely
sometimes.
cool. This one has the guitar pick on the inside.
Yeah. It looks nice. It's shining bright.
Better be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so like that's a very like unique mindset to have at like even this age, like to just reinvest. Like where is there like was your parents like very like teach you that kind of value, or were they kind of business mindset oriented, or?
Not even really. Like my parents aren't really like business oriented, I'd say. Yeah, but I kind of just learned it myself. Like I've always had like a business mind sort of thing. Like I've always, whenever I thought of stuff, I thought like through the business behind it and like what's going on behind the scenes and stuff. So it's always been like kind of a natural way of thinking for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And social media, because right now everyone's on social media pretty much. Like,
Facts.
say that played a big role, or like how did
Yeah,
you?
most definitely. Social media is probably like it's sad, but that's like a good half of it or more nowadays. It's like everything happens through social media. All the big songs I've gotten, all the connections, like people reaching out for beats or whatever it may be for the videos. Like it's all through Instagram, social media,
Yeah,
TikTok.
that was kind of like my follow up, is how much of it is social media, and like, do you
Such
have
a big percent now.
any like tips for people who are just starting out right now, like in 2023, doing what you're
Yeah, I'd
doing?
say like make sure you're consistent, push content every day, like post like even if you can post one thing a day, just every day, like that's a new piece of content that's like engaging and that'll keep somebody interested and keep them coming back, wanting more, wondering what's next. Like that's basically the biggest tip. And networking, like reaching out to people, even if like I'm like an anxious person, I get nervous like talking to new people, but like this has helped me with this so much. I feel like reaching out to people is like the biggest part of it because there's been countless times I've just sent somebody a DM and I've had no like intention of them replying, and they'll reply and like something crazy can happen out of it. It really just, that's all it is.
Yeah, never be too scared to take the risk. You never know what's
Yeah,
going to happen.
exactly. Worst case, they won't answer. That's all it is.
Exactly. As social media, it's even easy. Like there's literally zero risk because they won't answer. You
Exactly.
don't even have
As
to
long
see
as you're
them.
just respectful and you don't do the most for it, then you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like back in the day, if you got rejected, like if you went up to someone, that's a huge risk if they just said like no,
Yeah.
or they could yell at you and be like, get out of here. Now it's
Mhm.
just they
Kind
won't
of makes it
respond.
easier.
Yeah. And you can
Yeah.
just rapid fire.
Even when I realized like being at events that people that I recognize their name or like important people, even being in the room with those type of people, like you gotta just go up to them and like be confident in yourself and just be respectful. Like don't talk too much, but like definitely like keep an ear, listen to what they're saying. That's the important part when you're dealing with people that are like more advanced.
How do
Yeah.
you overcome that anxiety? Kind of like I also have anxiety with like social stuff like that for sure, but like how did you overcome that?
Um, I'm not even sure, just doing it, like being so used to it. Like I probably get on a call with like 20, 30. I'd say like 20, 30 people a day, like 5 to 10 of those always being some new people that I've never talked to. Just because I constantly am getting messages and DMs, and I like to like talk to people, even if it's for a minute or two, just to like learn about what they're doing on the phone and stuff. I always try and make some time. And I feel like that's definitely the part that's helped me get over it.
Practice.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Cool. What are you up to today?
Today?
Yeah.
Today was kind of a chill day. I had to get an oil change on my car. Just making some beats and stuff, answering emails, setting some stuff up. Like, got a little trip to New York coming up soon. We're doing a video, hopefully with this pretty big what would I call it? Pretty big platform out there. So definitely stay tuned for that. That should be coming soon.
Yeah. Do you have anything that's coming out in the near future that you'd want to, let people know about?
I got a bunch of songs that are coming out. I just don't have dates and everything yet for them. But no, if y'all just follow my page, you'll see whenever anything drops. I got a couple videos coming out too. I got one coming out tomorrow. That's gonna go crazy, and then one coming out probably next month too.
Okay, so stay tuned, everybody. I'm gonna put your Instagram and all your info on right now on the screen.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I think we got a lot of, key talking points and a lot of stuff that people could actually use as practical,
Most
tips.
definitely.
Yeah, it was inspirational, honestly, hearing about this.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time. That's
Sure.
Cohen. We're out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You as well.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors.
If you are looking for reputable, highly competent, and technically sophisticated intellectual property attorneys, please contact Lee Benzon and Associates for a free consultation. We offer straight talk, a transparent fee schedule, and no hidden fees. We have extensive experience in protecting our clients' intellectual property with patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, and licensing by creating barriers to entry against defined competitors. Our practice covers a wide spectrum of intellectual property services, including preparation and prosecution of patent and trademark applications, opinion services regarding the scope and strength of patents, counseling regarding the protection, enforcement, and licensing of intellectual property rights, and due diligence regarding business transactions involving intellectual property. We provide services in preparing, filing, and prosecuting patent applications in the semiconductors, materials science, chemical engineering, software engineering, nanotechnology, mechanical engineering, and biomedical fields. One of our attorneys worked as a patent examiner at the United States Patent and Trademark Office.